This is your Michael from Screen Review, my 595 podcast. This is my 595 podcast. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand it. Also, I try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything else out the way, let's get into my first podcast of the new year. So basically, recently, the Star Trek, recently Star Trek, sorry, a little tongue tied today. Anyway, recently Star Trek Prodigy has ended its first season this week leading up to New Year. So basically, I gotta say this was a good series. I gotta say they really did a good job. Did a good job. So basically, but I gotta say Nickelodeon really took a gamble on Paramount really took a gamble with Nickelodeon handling this fully handling the series. So basically, even though yes, Nickelodeon pretty much put up, basically Nickelodeon pretty much has, since it's a Nickelodeon studio production, basically Nickelodeon had more stake in it, than Paramount does. So basically, it paid off. Honestly, I think I do like the characters, and also we had some good Star Trek. We got some good Star Trek references, and we get to see a Mirror Face come back. We haven't seen in a while. So being Captain Janeway, it's some good character development and such and such. But the only thing I would say is that Chakotay's what happens to Chakotay kind of took a back seat during this first season, but it was a good. The series had a good reason to turn the mystery of what happened to Chakotay, find out what happened to Chakotay, a bit on the back burner, and waiting to that to unfold in season 2. So basically, I got nothing bad to say about it. So basically, I'm the Prodigy was a solid Star Trek series. So basically, one more thing I'm hoping for is I hope that we get to see the rest of the cast members from Star Trek Voyager to show up in Star Trek Prodigy season 2. So basically, hopefully we can maybe we can see Kim, Captain Kim, Tom Paris, Alana, all of them. Or the characters from Star Trek Voyager. And also one more thing I would like to bring up is that I hope that in future Star Trek series we will get I hope that the ban on genetic enhancement will be gone, because there's a rule in there's a rule in Star Trek. If you're a genetic enhancement, you're not allowed to enter Starfleet. You're not permitted to enter Starfleet. So basically, I'm hoping that in whatever next Star Trek series, whatever time, in the future, whatever future Star Trek series we get, I hope that will finally be removed, because honestly, I feel like that rule is kind of Star Trek's, being prejudiced to people who are genetically enhanced. So basically, I can't wait to see season 2. Season 2 is green light for season 2. I can't wait to see it. So anyway, that's all I got to say. So anyway, I hope everybody has a happy New Year. Signing off. 1.